Hi, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and this is my fur baby Minnie, who's decided to park herself on the mat. We'll have to be working around her. Today we're going to be working our glutes. I'm not using any extra equipment, but if you want to intensify some of the exercises, all you need to do is put on some ankle weights or maybe even a resistance loop just above the knees. You might need to move it around depending on the exercise. We're going to be working glutes from all angles today. It is a more beginner's Barlates workout because there are slightly fewer repetitions and we will be changing sides more frequently. But if you've never done any of my workouts before, you will still definitely get a good burn. So let's get started with some seat work. If you are in a very cold climate, please warm up extra and come back to this, or use this as an add-on to some cardio, because there will not be a designated warm-up as such. So we're going to come into a kneeling position. We've got our heels together at the back and our knees slightly parted. And all I want you to do is come back as if you're sitting down on your heels and then tuck up. So it's down and tuck up. So with lower body workouts, you will never be able to isolate completely. So even though we're working predominantly glutes today, you will still feel your thighs engaging as well, which is a bonus. So from the side, you can see I'm tucking my hips forward, coming down, tucking forward. So I'm maintaining a flat back, and when I come up, I'm squeezing my glutes under, and that's contraction is what's really engaging all of those muscles in your seat or in your butt. Down and up. You can even just stay at the top for a second just to squeeze even harder. So you should be starting to feel everything warming up now. Up and up. A few more like this, and then we're going to do some pulses. Down and up. You're always blowing out on the exertion, so blow out on the up. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay at the top and just do little tucks. Tucking your hips forward, squeezing those glutes. Tuck and tuck. Tuck and tuck. If you want to engage your front of thighs even more, you can lean slightly back with your shoulders and you should feel that burning straight away. But I really want you to focus on the glutes. Make a fist out of those glutes and just tiny little push, push. Tuck, tuck. Really focusing on squeezing. You're never fully releasing. It's a squeeze, 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 squeeze. A few more like this. Really starting to feel that burn for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to walk our knees all the way together, and we're going to come down to the side, so you're angling to the side and tuck. Down to the other side, tuck. Down and tuck, down and tuck. You can separate your feet slightly at the back if you want, and it's really sitting with your hips down as if you're about to sit all the way down, squeezing and then coming up on that angle, okay? You're going down on an angle, coming up on an angle, switching. Down and down. A few more like this. So there's control there. Using a bit of outer thigh and hip as well. Controlling on the way down and on the way up. And if I ever go too fast, slow it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the front, and we're tucking, tucking, slight diagonal. So you're tucking diagonally about 45 degrees with your hips. So not directly out to the side, but front side. Few more, I know burns. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So that was a definitely good burn for the front of thighs. We're going to now come into a tabletop position. I'm going to try not to kick my cat. So there's a few options here. You can either keep your hands about shoulder width apart, your legs approximately shoulder width apart as well, and stay in this all fours position. Or if you find your wrists are hurting, you can come down here onto your elbows. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate up here, and all we're going to do to start with is in and extend. Nice parallel position, in and extend. You can bring your chest towards that knee a little bit, rounding forward. It should be a nice flowing exercise. So it's in and extend. So as you extend, I want your leg to be really nice and long. Point that toe and lift even higher. So you're trying to squeeze and then lift even a little bit higher. Your kneecap is down to the mat, and you're really trying to keep that leg as high as you possibly can. Belly button is pulled into the spine, and make sure you're not slouching in the shoulders. You're pushing out of your shoulder blades. You're looking down at the mat, so don't crane your head to look at me. A few more like this, and then we're going to change it slightly. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay up and just do little ups. So down a bit and up, down a bit and up. Squeezing that glute. Up and up. So you're still completely parallel. Both your hips are facing down to the mat. We're going to change the angle soon, and then we're going to do a little bit of a combination. Just a little bit more. Up and up. Up and up. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to come down onto your front, and you can put your elbow in front of you if you like. We're keeping that same position, and we're just going to come up with a tiny up. It's hardly even moving, just a tiny up, up. So you're tapping your thigh on the mat and then pushing up to the ceiling, up and up. Not many of these. I know these ones are definitely tougher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come up and in that same position, but turn your knee out to the front. And we're going to do full range of motion, up and down, up and down. So you're crossing your ankles at the bottom and keeping your hip turned out, but you're still trying to face your chest down to the mat, okay? So you're just turning out your hips. And remember, if you want to be on your elbows, you can. It just means you have to lift even higher to feel that squeeze. Or you might even want one elbow down like this, okay? So that's also quite a comfortable position. But if you want to engage your core a bit more and your shoulders, then stay up here. A few more like this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just stay up high and go up, down a bit and up, down a bit and up. Squeezing your glutes, so having your leg on an angle like this also engages the outer thighs. A few more like this, and then we're going to lay down on our tummies again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So come down onto your tummy. You can put your hand in front, and same thing with your knee turned out. It's up, down, up. Tapping very lightly on the mat. If you feel more comfortable lifting your side body a little bit like that, you can. That gives you a bit more range of motion. But it's okay if it's just a tiny tap and up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, come back up, and we're going to start with the parallel ones. We're going to do 2 regular ones at the top, and then lie on our tummy and do 2, and then come up again. So now we're going to transition from up to down. So you need to figure out what's the best way of doing it. So starting 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Push yourself up. 1 and 2. Come down. 1 and 2. So I'm doing like a little push-up in between the two in order to engage my arms and my abs. And if this is too fast, just go 1 and 2, come down, 1 and 2, come up, 1 and 2, slowly down, 1 and 2. But if you want to keep up the pace, then already start lifting as you transition up and down. Up and up. Let's go for 3, down 3, keep your knee parallel, 2, down 2, and 1, down 1. Okay, just come back for a second, stretch back, deep breath in. Last thing on this side, we're going to do that same thing but with our leg turned out. So remember, with our knee turned out, so starting at the top, cross your ankles to get your positioning, bring it up, so 2 from here, 1 and 2, come down, keep it angled, 2, come back up, 1 and 2, down, 1 and 2, up, 1 and 2, come down, 1 and 2. Keep your knee turned out, but your chest is towards the mat, and 2. Lift as high as you can. Okay, if you can't lift as high as me, that's okay, as long as you are challenged. And 2, down, 1 and 2. Let's go 4 more. Down, 3, all the way up with that leg, 2, down, and last 1, and down. Okay, nice job. So now coming back into that child's pose position. Deep breath in. I want you to sit your glutes towards the front and then slightly twist your body to the back. That's going to stretch out that side. So definitely felt a lot of burn in there. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other side, starting with a large range of motion. So either up here or on your elbows, it's in and extend, in and extend. So your knee is towards the mat, you're extending long behind you, pushing out of your shoulders, your belly button is pulled into the spine. Point your toe if you can and really stretch that leg. As you come back, I want you to lift even higher. So it's in, you can start rounding your chest towards that knee, in and up. All the way high. So once you see it, push out of the shoulder blades and look slightly in front of you. Don't keep looking at me. Just focus on each repetition. Make each one better than the last. In and out. A few more like this. Remember, you can be down on your elbows or even down on one elbow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your leg and we're just going to come down and up. Parallel. Down and up. So not as large a range of motion, really just pushing to the ceiling. Squeezing up, keeping our knee parallel. Yes, Minnie. Nice one, up and up. Make a fist out of those glutes. Squeeze on the up. A few more like this. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just a couple of tiny pulses at the top. Tiny, tiny ones. Keep everything straight and flat. Tiny ones. Up and up. Really squeeze. Take breaks whenever you need to. I know this isn't super easy, even though it's easier than some of my other workouts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to come down on your tummy, and you can either put your hand in front or have them like this. It's up to you. And we're just going to raise from there. It's up. So once you see it, look down at the mat. Keep your nice alignment with your spine and your neck. And just push straight up, toes to the ceiling. You're trying to just squeeze that glute every time your foot comes up, tapping down and then pushing straight up. So you're not resting down. Up, up. Few more. And we're going into that turnout position. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push yourself back up, and this time we're going to cross our legs, our ankles, and we're going to come up and down, up and down. So your hip is opening and your knee is opening. You've got your tummy in, you're pushing out of your shoulders. Your chest is still towards the mat, even though your hips are turned out. Up, up. Really squeeze on the up. Feeling the outer thighs and outer hips as well. Full range of motion here. All the way up. This is one of my favorite moves. You're going to see it in many of my mat workouts because it is so effective for toning outer thighs, hips, glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up there, and little ones. Up, down a bit and up, down a bit and up. And I know this is tough, so if you want to come down here, one hand down is probably the most comfortable here, and just keep your tummy in and push up. If you want both hands down, you can try that. But if you want to engage your upper body a bit and your core, stay up here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come all the way down again, and we're going to keep our leg out to the side, looking straight ahead, and it's up, tap down, and up. So you've still got your ankle crossed, up, tap down, and up. So if you want to push up a little bit, you can, but I actually find it quite comfortable just leaning on my forearms and really focusing on keeping that leg turned out. Up and down, a few more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Coming up, just sit back for a second. That feels really good. Angle that to the front. So now we're doing that combination with a parallel position, up and then down and up. Get it? So set yourself up, starting with our leg up. We're going to do 1 and 2, and then come down 1 and 2. Push yourself up, 1 and 2. Let yourself down, 1 and 2. Push yourself up, 1 and 2, and down, 1 and 2. Up, 1 and 2, down, 1 and 2. Remember, you can slow this right down. I want you to do it at your pace and see how high my leg is on the down. See how I'm starting with my leg hovering above the mat. I'm never letting it touch fully down. Up and up. Let's go for 4 sets. 1 and 2, down, up and up. Hold your tummy in. 1 and 2, down, up and up. 2 more sets. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Last 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Nice job. Come back for a second. Deep breath in. And now we're doing the same thing angled, and then we're moving on. Okay, same thing. So starting at the top, we're going to come up, angled, 1 and 2, come down, 1 and 2. Push yourself up, 1 and 2. Come down, 1 and 2. You want to be safe if you're pushing up and you're coming down. So keep your arms by your shoulders or just underneath your shoulders and really hold everything in to protect your back. And 2, down, 1 and 2. Keep that angle, 1 and 2, down, 1 and 2. Let's go for 3 sets. And down, squeezing, 1 and 2, down, 1 and 2. Last set, 1 and 2, down, 1 and 2. Nice job. Come down, child's pose, and then send your glutes towards the front and arms towards the back. Feeling that stretching in there. Awesome job. Now, last little section, we're going to do 2 different types of tucks. So those same tucks we did on our knees, we're now going to do them with our hands down and our legs in front, and then we're going to lie all the way down. So for now, I want you to put your hands so your fingertips are either facing your hips or out to the side. Keep your arms close in by your rib cage, and then lift up your butt. You want to have your feet approximately parallel and a little bit further away, and then just tuck up and down. Tap your butt and then come up so that you've got a straight line from your knees to your hips. So once you see this, I want you to look up at the ceiling. Once again, keeping nice alignment with your neck and your spine. Down and blowing out on the up. Down and up. Keeping everything slow and controlled. Pushing straight. You should be feeling your arms here as well. Now, if this is just too tough for you, you can lie all the way down already and just do a regular glute bridge. But I like to include some moves that utilize other parts of the body because multitasking will get you better results. Down and up. A few more. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Come down for a second, rest your arms if you need to. Deep breath in, okay, go back into position. We're just doing a few small tucks at the top. So come to the top and tuck, tuck. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck, tuck. Tiny little bend in your arms will help you. Tuck, 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 tuck. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Now we're going to lie all the way down and we're doing exactly the same thing. So your arms can be up to the side, your tummy's in, your legs are about hip width apart. You've got a bit of a gap there and you're coming up and down, up and down. So I want you to tuck up so hard that there's a straight line from your knees to your hips. Up and down, up and down. Really make a fist out of that glute. Squeeze it. This is the last little bit, so I want you to make the most of it. Up and down, up and down. A few more straight. Squeeze. You're blowing out on the up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up, little tucks. Tuck, tuck. I want you to squeeze. Tuck, tuck. Everything straight. Hold your tummy in. Tuck, tuck. Squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this is the last exercise. Walk your feet and your knees in together. Squeeze against them. We're going to come up. We're going to angle our butt down, then come up center. Other side, center. Front, center. Back, center. Now walk up on your tippy toes to give you more range of motion. Up, down, up. Back, up. Front, up. Squeeze in the center. Down and squeeze up. Down and squeeze up. down and up. Blowing out at the top, really squeezing. Try to push against your knees and push against your feet. Up, down, up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonus hold, hold it up. Squeeze everything together. Squeeze your glutes up high. Push against your knees. Bonus hold, this is it. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Cross your ankles and pull your knees in. That feels really good. Just rock gently from side to side. Letting all of that lactic acid come out of those muscles. Nice job. And we're just going to come down and up with that leg, sweeping it, letting it dynamically stretch. And up, and then just cross your knee over, and if you can put your hand behind that knee. You can even push away slightly, and that should be stretching out that entire hip and glute. So we worked a lot of muscles apart from our glutes. The lower body is all connected, and it's also connected with your core, so you might have even felt some abs in there as well, down and up. And we definitely felt the upper body because we held ourselves in those positions for so long. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now cross it over and just put your hand behind your knee. You don't even need to come this close. If you're feeling it, the stretch here, you might just want to push away, but if you want to, just pull it in and then push away on that knee. Really opening that up. And then just put your hands behind your knee and roll yourself up. And we're going to come into a seated position. So make a note of which leg is in front and just lean slightly forward. Should be feeling your glutes really stretching there. And then the leg that's in front, walk away from that leg over to the side, feeling that stretch even more intently. And then just bring that foot on top of the other one. Sit up nice and tall and press down on this knee. That feels good. And then we're going to switch that up. Other leg in front. Come forward. Walk away from that leg. Then bring that foot on top. And then press down. You can lean forward slightly. That will also increase the stretch in the hips and glutes. And then finally, interlace, push in front just to open up through the shoulders. Push behind. Over and over. And we are done. Thanks so much for joining me for my beginner mat glutes workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.